She'll smile, she'll nod. She'll even say everything's fine. But what she won't do is tell you what she truly wants. She wants you to know, but she won't say it. She hopes you'll just understand. But most men don't. Most men try to fix. Most men try to ask. But the high-value man, he does without being told. This is Stoicism, not as a philosophy, but as a radar that picks up the frequency women speak on without using words. Let's dive into 4 things women want you to do, but will never tell you. And gentlemen, the first one, it's a curveball. 1. Undress her mind before you touch her skin. She'll never text you, "Hey, can we talk about Plato tonight?" But she craves a man who sees depth as foreplay. Here's the thing most guys miss. It's not about being smarter. It's about being present mentally, emotionally, and verbally. Women aren't just drawn to your six-pack, your money, or the car you flex on Instagram. They're drawn to a man who knows how to dance through conversation, like it's a slow seduction. A man who listens not to respond, but to uncover. Let me give it to you straight. Women are thinking machines, constant loops of emotion plus analysis. If you can navigate that without judgment, without solving, without running, you become rare. You know what's even rarer? A man who can quote Epictetus while making her laugh. Stoic technique, don't rush. When she says, "I had a weird day," don't ask what happened. Just say, "Tell me what made it weird." Let her unravel. Every woman has an emotional zip file. And the man who unpacks it carefully, gently without blowing it up, win something no gym membership ever will. Women want mental intimacy before physical surrender. But they'll never say it, because they've said it before and were met with blank stares, scrolling thumbs and football games. So here's what you do next time she opens a piece of her world. Don't make it a conversation. Make it a temple, light a candle in it. Sit there, worship her, trust with silence, and then say one thing that makes sense. Those 3 words, they'll make her feel safer than any locked door. Because the truth is, every woman is secretly waiting for a man who can undress her thoughts, before even thinking about her body, to own the room, then disappear like a ghost. Confidence isn't about loudness. It's about presence. The kind of presence that makes people wonder, who the hell is that? And more importantly, why do I want to know? Here's what women won't tell you. They want a man who walks like he knows every corner of the map, but doesn't need to show it. They crave mystery, they crave control. But not over you. They want to see that you have the room in your palm, and then willingly let it go. That's the seduction. That's the Stoic edge, you see. Most guys enter a room and start performing alpha this. Look at me, that trying to be the main character in every scene. But the Stoic man, he's not acting. He's watching, observing, calculating like a chess master 3 moves ahead. And when he speaks, it lands like thunder on a quiet mountain. Not because he shouts, but because his silence before it made people lean in. Women notice this. They notice the man who doesn't try to entertain them. They notice the man who doesn't overshare his trauma, like an audition for pity. They notice the one who speaks with gravity, then vanishes. Disappearing isn't ghosting. It's strategic absence. Here's your secret weapon. The art of less, say less. Post less, text less. And every time you do appear, make it count. When a woman meets a man who can dominate a space, but doesn't cling to it, she feels drawn in, she wonders, what does he know that no one else knows? That curiosity, it breeds desire. And desire, that's the currency she won't admit she's dying to spend. Let the others chase attention. You chase detachment, because nothing drives a woman more insane than a man who can have anyone but walks away without flinching. That's the Stoic paradox, and it's not about pretending to be hard. It's about being unbothered by approval, even hers. 3, touch a soul without saying a word. There's a moment, a fraction of a second, where a woman looks at you and wonders, does he feel me, not see her? Not hear her feel. And here's what she'll never tell you. She wants you to speak, but not with your mouth, with your presence. That's where 99% of men fumble. They think connection happens through punchlines and compliments. But the man who learns to make her feel understood, without even talking, he becomes the storm she never saw coming. Here's the Stoic magic. You don't need to touch her body to touch her soul. You just need to be fully there, undistracted, unapologetic, undeniable. When she's speaking to you, don't wait for your turn. Wait for her heartbeat to guide the silence. And then look her in the eyes and hold it. Hold it like you're memorizing a memory before it fades. Why does this work? Because women are emotional archaeologists. They dig, they probe, they read between lines, but when they meet a man who says nothing, and yet makes them feel more seen than anyone who ever tried to impress them, they fall hard, silently, fully. You don't need to say the right thing. You need to carry an energy that says, you're safe here, you're not being judged. And no, I don't need anything from you right now. That's rare. Most men speak to women from a place of neediness. You speak from abundance. And sometimes abundance says nothing at all. The Stoic man doesn't talk to prove he has value. He breathes like he knows his value. And trust me, she feels that like thunder behind a closed door. Here's the move next time she's with you. Don't talk, just sit. Let your silence wrap around her like a velvet rope. No interruptions, no flirty jokes. Just you, unshaken, undistracted. She'll get nervous, she might play with her hair. She'll fidget because she's not used to this kind of stillness. This kind of attention that doesn't ask for anything back. And when you finally do speak, make it count. Whisper, I don't need you to say anything. I already understand that moment. It'll tattoo itself into her memory like her favorite song. Because she won't understand how you did it. She'll just remember how she felt seen. Held, known without a single word. Or make her chase what she can't name. Here's a secret, the most intoxicating man in a woman's life is the one who makes her feel something she can't quite define. Not the one who says all the right things. Not the one who sends flowers and emojis. But the one who leaves her wondering, what is this, and why can't I stop thinking about him? Women are drawn to emotional suspense. They fall not for answers, but for questions. And this, my friend, is where stoicism becomes a weapon of mass attraction. Most guys flutter with energy calls, compliments, constant validation. They become an open book. You become a locked journal with one missing page. Because women don't chase men. They chase meaning, and the man who feels like a riddle she can't solve. He becomes an obsession. Let me hit you with some brutal truth. She won't chase what's always available. She won't crave what's already explained. But she will crave the man whose energy lingers after he's gone, like smoke in her lungs. That doesn't mean playing games. This isn't about manipulation. This is about being a man who doesn't need to be figured out. You're not avoiding intimacy. You're elevating its stoic technique. Be hot and then cold, be present and then vanish. Be kind and then quiet. Let her feel your warmth, then pull it away just enough for her to notice the chill. That contrast, it ignites longing. She'll tell her friends he's different. They'll ask, do you like him? She'll pause and say, I don't know, but I can't stop thinking about him. That's when you know you've won. You don't have to be her type. You just have to be undefined. Make her fill in the blanks. Let her project desire onto your silence. Let her assign meaning to your absence. You don't chase her, you don't explain yourself. You exist like a shadow on her wall, always near but never reachable. And one day, when she finally asks, what are we? You look her in the eyes and say, whatever you've been dreaming about. Because deep down she never wanted a man she could predict. She wanted a man she could feel without understanding why. You want to make her feel something. Then stop trying to convince her with words. Start moving her with your stillness. Stop chasing approval. Start being the man who doesn't flinch when it's quiet. Because the Stoic doesn't seek love. He becomes the kind of man love can't ignore. Like this video, if something just clicked. Subscribe for more psychological deep dives into Stoicism, attraction and raw masculine power. Drop a comment. The one thing I'll start doing today is I'll be watching. Until next time, stay silent, stay strong, stay stoic.